Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Before we get into today's investigation, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post the tea. Poor James Chihuahua. For the first time, I actually feel sorry for the dude. So James got baited recently by a TikTok user who was a straight male, 17 years old, pretending to be older and interested in him. Now, if you forgot, last year James got falsely accused, allegedly, of all this stuff to do with him trying to get with straight guys, making them feel uncomfortable, and using his fame and money to try and lure them in. Well, these allegations have stayed with him and have made him the perfect target for clout chasers who want to private DM him, pretend to like him, lead him on, just to turn around and use these private messages for clout. Now, I won't go into showing these messages because James explained how it was humiliating and I don't really want to partake in something that he was a target of. But James did take to his Instagram story to explain everything, and a lot of people are being really supportive because it's a pretty horrible situation that he's in. Here's what he had to say.
Hello you guys, I hope everyone's having an amazing night. I just got home a few minutes ago from Madison Beer's 21st birthday party. It was so much fun. It was actually really funny because it was at a club and I texted Madison earlier today. I was freaking out about it, but I didn't want to bother her. But I finally texted her and I was like, hi babe, sorry to annoy you. I'm so excited to celebrate with you tonight, but I am not 21, I don't have a fake ID, and I'm really, really uncomfortable with the idea of sneaking into a club. So what do I do? And she's like, you're so stupid. I rented out the entire thing. Everybody, it's all ages. And I was like, oh, okay, great. I just felt so dumb, but point being, I'm a rule follower. Anyway, regardless, I had a good time. Madison, happy birthday. I love you. I can't believe my 21st birthday is coming up in a few months. That is insane to think about, but I just wanted to hop on Snapchat, talk to you guys for a brief minute about that, and then kind of a tweet that I posted on Twitter earlier that is blowing up a little bit, which I did not expect, and that is the tweet that I posted earlier about queer baiting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can go check it out on my Twitter, but I just wanted to kind of elaborate a little bit and just talk about it a little bit further because this has been an issue that I have wanted to talk about but have avoided talking about for literally probably 2 years now, I would say, just because I never wanted to give any more attention to it. But recently it has become a major problem and it's getting worse. And today, Sebastian Williams, a drama channel that I actually really like and respect, posted a tweet about it. And I felt you know what, it's been way too fucking long of me being silent. I'm just going to talk about this. So basically, if you missed it, for a quick rundown, a boy on TikTok posted a whole story about how he basically slid into my DMs saying that I was cute and he started flirting with me, and then I started replying back and he showed my messages with him, and then he basically said, haha, just kidding, I'm 17 and straight. Now, obviously, this is something that this person planned ahead of time, thinking that it was going to get him a viral post, and he created this whole TikTok thinking that when he did post it, all of the comments were just going to be oh my god, I'm so sorry that you dealt with this, he's disgusting, holy crap, James is still a predator. And of course there were comments saying that from people, but there were also a lot of comments being hey, wait a second, you lied to him, you slid into his DMs, you flirted with him, you led him on, and now you're blasting this personal conversation everywhere. You're not the victim, James is. And I'm really grateful that there are smart people in the world that are realizing this and that are seeing this, because this happens to me all the time, and it's called queer baiting, and it's really awful. This has been happening to me for 2 to 3 years now, and it was happening to me before the scandal back in May, and now because of the scandal back in May, this is still happening to me to this day, but now it is getting way, way worse and way more frequent. And this is happening because despite the fact that there are a lot of smart people out there that realize how manipulative this is, there is still a very large audience of people who see these videos and still leave comments calling me a predator, still like them, still engage with them. And not only does this give the boys that actually make the videos exactly what they want, which is attention, it also shows other boys that they can do this and it's okay when you and when you leave those comments, and it's just a never-ending cycle, and it is so incredibly frustrating, and it is disgusting, and it needs to stop. It happens to a ton of people in the LGBTQ plus community, especially feminine gay boys, but it happens to me even more because since it's me, there are other opportunities attached. Now, obviously, when I get tagged in these posts and I have to watch my private conversations get blasted to the public, it's really embarrassing, and I hate that I have to see it. I hate that you guys have to see it. It's sad, and it's also really discouraging. There have been so many days where I've had full-on anxiety attacks and I've cried myself to sleep and I never want to talk to another guy again. But there have also been days where I've woken up with a smile on my face and I remind myself that I'm beautiful, I'm funny as hell, I have a great personality, I love and care for others, and I deserve to find love just like everyone else. And even if right now this sucks and I have to deal with a few immature boys that have nothing better to do with their time than to manipulate me for a few likes on social media, I will eventually find somebody one day that loves me and cares about me for who I am and wants to be with me for the right reasons. And I'm going to continue to put myself out there to eventually hopefully find that person. And if there's anything that can come out of this whole situation that's positive, it's education. And although these videos suck so much, like I said, there are so many people starting to comment being like, hey, this is really not cool, and this is like super manipulative and a major invasion of privacy. And I think that it's about damn time that we start setting those boundaries on social media, and I'm really glad that people are starting to realize that this is a huge problem. You know, I literally woke up this morning getting tagged into TikTok of a private conversation that I had on Tinder a few days ago, and it was not even the one that was being tweeted about today. So that goes to show how frequently this is actually happening. And the boy apologized to me, and I said, hey dude, you know, if you were actually sorry, you would delete this post. And he actually ended up sending me a paragraph apologizing and deleting the post and just talking about how he really didn't think about like that there was another person behind it because I'm a public figure. And we had a cool conversation and I gained a lot of respect for him. And I think that he gained a lot of respect for me too. And that's really all that it takes, is taking a little bit of time out of your day and having compassion for others. And not to bring up the drama from last year, it is over with, it is done with. I've had my time to heal, and so has everyone else that was involved. So I don't want anybody watching this to twist this around or to send hate to anybody. That is the last thing that I want, is more drama. Okay, so please don't. My point is, though, is that this is an issue I was dealing with on a private level for a super long time, but back in May, obviously this got dragged out to a public level, and this is the first time that people kind of like heard about this happening. But at the time, since it was the first one, it was really easy for the public to create a narrative about me that wasn't true. And I had to get in front of millions and millions of people and prove to the world that I wasn't a predator, which was really hard to do. And even after posting my video, there was still a really long period of time where people didn't believe me, and people like wanted to believe this narrative that was literally like created and manipulated by the public. And, you know, obviously sucked and was super frustrating and ruined my mental health and put a halt on my career for several months. But I've been working on myself so much, and I feel like I've grown a lot as a person and as an influencer, and I can honestly say that I am the happiest that I have been in so long, and I feel like I'm doing amazing. And I'm glad that people are finally starting to realize how fishy this situation has been since day one. And if it took a few stupid boys making a TikTok about me, so be it. I'm glad that we're coming to this conclusion. And the reality is that there are so many men out there who say that they are straight in the public eye, but behind closed doors are either closeted or curious or literally turned on and attracted to the idea of fame, money, attention, or clout. And it sucks that there are people like that in this world. And hopefully I don't encounter too many more of them. But until I find that perfect person that loves me for me and doesn't want anything attached, you may end up seeing a few more of these expose posts, because I'm pretty sure I'll run into a few more guys on my journey. But you know what? It's okay. And now you guys know what goes on behind the scenes, so if you do see them, you can form educated opinions and leave comments. Or actually, as a matter of fact, don't leave comments. Do what I've done for the last 3 years and take the high road and just report the post. Don't give them any attention, don't give them views, don't give them likes, don't share it, because that's exactly what they're asking for. And if we don't give it to them, maybe, just maybe, we can put an end to these stupid things and people will start respecting privacy a little bit more. Speaking of putting an end to things, this Snapchat tangent has been going on for far too long. I need to go to bed, wipe my makeup off, because tomorrow is a brand new day. It is a positive day, and there's going to be a new video that I am super excited for you guys to see. Okay, I love you, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.
What are your thoughts on James's response to this drama? Personally, I don't really like James Chihuahua, but I don't think he deserves this type of treatment. That's all for this investigation. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. My social media will be linked down below, and I'll see you guys in our next investigation.